Hey guys, and welcome to my guide for the Surgeon Simulator Experience Reality Speedrun. My name is WWDadmin, and I'll show you pretty much all the strats we have so far. All the tricks, all the things. Shut up. So, first of all, if you have never played the game before and you might want to play through it normally once, so you get used to the controls, as per usual with the VR, as per usual with any game you want to speedrun. I will be going through all the different operations on all different settings. So we're gonna do the normal settings, the ambulance and the space. So you're essentially gonna get everything you need for true 100%, as well as the subcategories, which is Bob 100%, ambulance 100%, and space 100%, as well as the individual levels. As I am going to show you both the IL strat, which is literally the fastest you can do a level as of now, until we find any more other glitches to exploit, as well as the way I like to do it in a run, so you don't end up throwing a run on something really frickin' inconsistent or something like that. Either way, we're gonna start off with the heart transplant, and on the start of the run, for every individual levels we time by the in-game timer. So this doesn't matter there, but for any of the other runs, you'll have to record the game and put a timer on screen so we can actually time real time. Yeah, so for that, the PS4's inbuilt recording does apparently not work with this. I am currently using a capture card. I'm using the Elgato Game Capture HD 60 Pro, which is an internal capture card I have in my PC. You can probably use pretty much any capture card, but yeah, that's what I'm using. If you don't have a capture card and don't want to get one, you can also just film the TV screen, which shows pretty much exactly what the capture card would show. And yeah, as long as that's kind of visible, that's fine. For in-game, for the in-game timer for the ILs, you just need to take a screenshot. You don't necessarily need to record the entire gameplay. Okay, so with that then, timer starts when you hit start, when you hit the begin operation here, and that's where we go in and have the first skip already, which is fade skip. While you're in the loading screen, you see I don't have hands right now, there they are. While you're in the loading screen, you're pressing start on your PlayStation Move controller and holding it down until the loading screen you just saw pops up inside your VR headset. And what that does, it resets your position, and for some reason that also stops the game from doing the fade in it usually does. I mean, I can just show you. Usually what it does is this. I'm not seeing the loading screen that you were seeing. And we have 5 seconds that were just faded, as you see with the timer up there. Now, if you do the fade skip, you see, you hold start until you see the thing pop up inside your headset, and you have the exact timing that you want. You don't have any time that you can't actually use. So that's the first skip, and then you pretty much just do the heart transplant. You just don't take out the ribcage and then the lungs and then the esophagus and then the heart. You go ahead and take out the lungs first. Hello, the lungs first, because you can't do that. Then you'd grab the hammer and hopefully to do exactly that. If you're good, then nothing will stay in. So you'll have an entirely taken out ribcage just by hammering away a bit. And then we just ignore the esophagus and just do this. And then grab the new heart, put it in, and done. Now, in fast, that looks like this. I'm not going to show you the fast version on everyone, but... Come on. Yeah, that's something that sometimes happens. So that was about double the time I took for my actual world record in the IL. So yeah. That's pretty much what you do. Now, on the full run, as soon as this pops up, you go back to main menu and again do fade skip. And then quickly change over to kidneys and start the next operation. Now, on loading into kidneys, you do fade skip again. And for the kidney transplant, I personally like to... Wait, I'll need to reset my position real quick. That's something you should keep an eye on where you are in real life, because it can be quite bad if you keep on turning and then sometimes oops, because the freaking camera can't see your controller if it's behind your body. What you want to do here, as soon as you do fade skip and come in and get your hands, you want to grab the kidney knife, do this and this. Hopefully not slip off of the frickin' thing all the time. Also cut here and here. Then cut out the kidneys without even bothering about the liver and the stomach. And then you want to get the kidneys and just put them in. Now, of course, this was now slow, but just do that fast. For the fast version, you can just literally watch my IL runs. I'll put a link to the playlist of the ILs and to my current Bob 100% run, I guess, in the description down below or something. Anyway, so as you know, in the run you would just again go back to main menu, do fade skip again. And go to the brain. Now, brain is a little bit of a thing. First of all, the brain transplant on normal has a thing that the light will go out at 10 seconds or something. Yep. So if you want to just practice, you want to keep this on your head. What you want to do here, normally you would break open the skull, take out the brain, and put in the new one. So, however, and this is going to look weird, in here you see that the the stem of the brain where it's connected is already present, and you can actually just grab the kidney knife and stab him behind the ear. If you do it correctly, yeah. That's the thing, do it correctly. Come on. I just stabbed his brain, it's not as good, but as you see, you can cut that. And if that's cut, you can just grab the brain and put it in through the skull without a problem. So that's my new brain skip that I found. I don't know about this in actual full runs, because I mean you can see it in the IL world record. It's pretty easy to do if you get it on the first try, but if you don't get it on the first try, you might want to do this, 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 and then this. You can totally grab the jar with the brain and just smash that in and don't have a problem, but yeah, as I said, the fastest version is Fate Skip. Sorry. Of course, that only works if you actually hit, because if you just put it in, it's not gonna work. And as you see, I just fucked up. Well, what you'd usually want to do is use the... Why is there nothing in there? Use the hammer or something. I like to use that thing there, that... You know, that pan thing. And then usually I'd use the kidney knife to get out the brain, but can also of course use a scalpel. And then put in the brain. So yeah, either works. As I said, the stabbing in the neck thing is a little bit inconsistent, so your choice if you want to do it for the full run. As this is the third of 5 transplants, it's kind of right in the middle, and I don't know, I personally don't like doing that too much. Anyway, you'd go back again after this, and I just do Fate Skip because I'm used to it by now, and I don't like looking at the dark so much. Then you get to the eyes. Again, while loading in, you do Fate Skip. Now, for the eyes, you can either do this, then grab these two, get them out. Now, one little glitch with that, by the way, you do this to get the eyes out. This scalpel has been in my left hand, right? Even if I put it in my right hand now, it won't cut anything anymore. As you see, this totally cuts. As soon as I use my left hand for it, it doesn't. Oh, now you do. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, it's just something... Apparently, if you have them in left and right at the same time, they break. For some reason. So yeah, that would be the normal way of doing this. These are the eyeballs that you can use. I like to just do this. Now, the new strat for this, and this is actually a lot faster, and you might want to just do that in a normal run as well, is grab this, get the eyes out with that. It's a bit easier if you hold it like this. Holy... Okay. Sometimes the thing gets confused between the controller lights and the PSVR lights, I think. Anyway, then you slap that out, do this. Which means you don't need to actually change your equipment while doing it. And then, again, you can just do this. He has 2 eyes in. For these, it's really good if you grab them up here, hold them a little bit forward, and then just ram them in. If you happen to get them like this, then if you go forward really fast, the eyes are just gonna pop out, and it's not gonna work. So, keep an eye on that. Sorry for the bad pun. So yeah. Again, back to main menu with fade skip. And then the teeth. Now the teeth are the only thing in this game that actually have any sort of RNG attached. And you might have noticed most of the run will be loading screens. Because for some reason the loading screens are really long compared to the gameplay. Yeah, you know, that's like Dishonored has most of the run be freaking cutscenes. Anyway, you might wanna hold this a little bit. Why are you not seeing my hand? I'm not turned away or anything. Seriously though, why are you not seeing my hand? Oh. Excuse me? That's what I mean about keeping an eye on your surroundings. So yeah, you want to hold him maybe a little bit and then cut this. And that unveils the teeth. Now, which 3 teeth are the ones that you need to replace is RNG. What I like to do is grab this, get the teeth out that need to go out, and then we just grab the replacement teeth through this. If you have, if you're lucky, you're going to get the right tooth back in. If you're unlucky, it might just put it on the side of the tooth you wanted to get in. Anyway, I had to replace 3 teeth and got it here, so that would have been good RNG. If you have really bad RNG, there's going to be one here, and one up here or something, and you need to really be finicky about putting the exact tooth back in. I mean, it doesn't matter which of the teeth that are lying around here you put in. That's completely irrelevant. You can put in whatever you want. As you see, I put an upper front tooth into lower jaw, and it's completely okay. You also don't need to replace any but the teeth that are black. But yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit more RNG on that real quick. As soon as the ending of that pops up, that would be the end of the Bob 100% run. And now you see why I said you might want to hold it there. Because that's a little bit bad. Now, what I've seen Armageddon do, which is the other guy who runs this, is take this and knock out the teeth with it, but I can't do that. So yeah, again, this is bad RNG, because now if you fast, then you're... Great freaking example of of doing it perfectly, by the way. If you get out really just the 3 teeth that are black, then you just need to go haywire on this and be fine. So you don't have to be like at all concerned about getting the wrong tooth back in and needing to do one more movement than you need to, basically. Either way, so yeah, that would be the end of Bob 100%. Now, hi. For true 100%, you would just go on to ambulance mode now, which is what we're going to do. And basically, ambulance mode is the same five surgeries, just in an ambulance, in a moving ambulance. Now the problem with that is that the vehicle sometimes takes a bump and stuff just starts flying around. If you're fast enough, you're not going to be at all concerned about that. Oh, also I forgot to do fade skip. There we go. Now again, here you do the same thing as you do with the normal heart transplant. You grab out the lungs. The liver might go with that. You can throw it out the back window. It doesn't matter. Did I just eat the liver? What the hell? Yeah, this game and its glitches. Anyway, so that's a magnetic holder up there, so you can just take down the hammer again, and again, put out the ribcage. For some reason, it is really hard to get out the entire ribcage in this mode. I don't know why, it shouldn't. Again, you grab a knife and just knife out his heart, and then you put in a new one. Now, if you feel like you're a little bit low down to reach all of that, what you can do is, while doing fade skip, crouch a little bit, like this, for instance. I'm going to show you that real quick. If you restart, crouch a little bit, do fade skip, the thing comes up in your headset, you can stand straight again. And you're up higher a little bit, which means you can just do this a little bit easier. Makes this easier for some reason. Hello. Yeah, by the way, don't too forcefully put this in, because it's just gonna glitch through the patient, as you see. Also, for some reason, the heart going in this mode is a little bit finicky. I don't know why. It is easier if you also take out the esophagus, but that's not fast, so we don't usually do that. You're free to do it anyway. Okay. Again, you go back to the menu with fade skip, which will reset you to normal height. Automatically. But you want to do this crouch fade skip for a bunch of surgeries. Kidneys on the ambulance, not necessarily. I still like to do it since it's easier to get stuff. So I'm just going to stay crouched for the loading screen so you can see. Usually you'd be here. I like to be a little bit higher up. So again, you can grab this. Get the cuts back there, get this cut. Get this cut and this cut. Take this out, get the kidney cut. And put these back in. These fall in place with no problem. So it's essentially the same procedure as in the normal thing. For some reason it still takes longer. Back to main menu. Again with fade skip, and again that will reset you to normal height. Now, for the brain. On the ambulance, I really don't want to do the new brain strat for the full run. Especially if you're doing true 100%. Oh, also fade skip maybe. Yeah. I don't want to do the brain skip, because you don't have the kidney knife, so you need to use this, and this time it worked. So again, you can just grab the entire thing and do this. I just didn't want to do that. But yeah, this time, as you saw, you take this and stab him on the right side of his skull. As you see, if you look in, the thing would be here, and his ear is here. So that's pretty much exactly where the ear is where you need to stab. Also, I think you can do this. Game is glitchy, just so you know. What you want to do if you don't want to do this, the really fast strat, because you, for some reason, don't get that really easily, is take the hammer, crush his skull. Hopefully all of it. You can do that really fast. You can also use the saw right away and crush it with that, because that has the added... I'm actually going to do that real quick, just so you see it. Also, don't know about doing the crouch here. You can do this really easily, get the brain out with that, and just glitch that in. So, that was 9 seconds without even trying. So that's what you want to do if you don't get the stab really easily. If you have down a thing for the stab, why am I crooked? I'm looking this way. Thank you. If you have the stab down, do the stab in the full run. But for me, personally, that one is inconsistent. I'm actually surprised I got it first try this time. Yeah, again, eyes on the ambulance are just like in the normal mode. You grab this, get out the eyes, get the eyes off, and hopefully do this. Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work, and then you hopefully still get the eye in that's missing. But usually that works. But yeah, that's the same. And you can, as per usual, do the crouch on the fade skip to be up higher if that's something you want to do. Yeah. That leaves us with the teeth on the ambulance, which again, I personally like crouch fade skipping. Because otherwise all of this stuff is going to be really high up. Now, thing with this is, this thing doesn't do anything. This is glitched. This doesn't cut. So don't grab those. This cuts. So either that or one of the scalpels will be the best idea for this. Now, I'd like you to not bleed out while I'm talking to people, thank you. Where did... Excuse me, where did that come from? Excuse me? Where did that come from? Cause usually I use the hammer cause this thing wasn't available. I gotta look around for that next time, but again, you do essentially the same thing. Again, these are fucking... Okay. They're a little bit more broken than they should be, let's say that. They have a harder time grabbing stuff. What works really good are these. So don't take the ones that are lying around, those are a bit finicky. Now, usually I use the hammer in this because I didn't see that the fucking drill is just lying around there. What the fuck? Okay, officially new world records on teeth ambulance incoming. Not right now, but soon. Again, this is really bad RNG because there's one tooth here, one here, and one up there. Also, that happens from time to time. Stuff just glitching out. Yeah, but you basically get... Where is the... Yeah, and that's why I say it's hard to get good RNG on this. Also, you can totally turn Bob into a grunt. Oh, at least almost. It worked better in older versions of the game. But yeah, he's still pretty glitchy. So yeah, just use the friggin' drill. Not like I do in my current best time on this. Where I use this hammer to get the stuff out. I totally never saw that the drill was lying there. Up until now. Again, go back. That would be the end of the friggin' ambulance percent run. So, that's that. And then what's left is space. Now for space, you have the added problem of everything being in 0G. And the station you're on has a really weird and unstable orbit apparently, because stuff keeps on going up, down, left, or right randomly. Based on the fact that the station is just going around. Also, fade skip totally works here. I just didn't do it because I'm focused on reading. Reading? Talking. Again, I'm just going to restart because you shouldn't even take that long for everything to be where it needs to be. This time with fade skip, you grab the lungs, grab the hammer, get out the rib cage, get one of these two scalpels here, get out the heart, rip apart the heart thing, and get the heart out, and maybe do this so it actually squeezes itself in there. There is a gravity adjustment lever here, with which you can put stuff up and down. So you might want to do that if you have a hard time keeping stuff down, because it's going up at the moment. But yeah, other than that, it's the same procedure. Now maybe the reason why we take out the lungs first before doing anything else. If you take the hammer and try to get out the ribcage without removing the lungs through the ribcage first, you have a really high chance of hitting the lungs and bleeding out your patient. And that's really annoying, so we started doing that. Yeah, space kidneys, again, same procedure. For this one, I really want to crouch. Because usually you would be here. You want to grab, again, this. Out. Stuff floats kinda out, so you have a little bit of an easier time with that. Again, you want to rip this apart. Where's my second kidney? That also happens. Did I glitch it into the patient? No? Yeah, then it just flew away. So yeah, that's just something that happens in space. A lot. Stuff flying away. So again, crouch, fade skip. I want to still show you the full thing. No! No! Just no! Frickin' space! This time I forgot to crouch. That's fine. You don't necessarily need to crouch to get through the thing. It just is a whole lot higher up. So you just need to step into the patient a bit more. You get out of my way. So yeah, something like that. Also, 25,368 might actually... I have a 24 time on this, so if I'm not completely wrong. So yeah. And that was because the kidneys started flying around up in the... Whoa, up in the ceiling. Again... Brain. Now for this, I really want to do the crouch fade skip because let's say you're really far down, like you're here, but it's just a really stupid thing that the brain will float upwards and away from you. Now for this, you of course can, again, take the knife and stab him in the ear thing. And if you actually hit, then you can... You might want to do this on the left side, because this is actually annoying. Yeah, see. And then you can just put in the brain if it didn't float away in the meantime. But if you, again, aren't good at the skip, I hope I got the crouch early enough. Yeah. You grab this, bash open his skull, get out his brain, grab the new brain, and this is where the crouch skip is actually cool. Because, as you see up here, sometimes you get out of bounds of the actual camera seeing your stuff. So if you're down lower, you don't need to... If you're down lower when you start, you stand up and actually have everything where it needs to be, instead of having to reach all the way up and then going out of bounds. That's why I do the crouch fade skip in space. Mostly. Now, of course, fade skip back into the menu. Why am I over here? I'm generally a little bit off. Eyes in space. Now, those work essentially the same way again. You don't necessarily need to the crouch here, but it's really stupid to have to reach up that far to get to his eyes, honestly. then you just put this down, grab 2 of these and put them in. You can't accurately do stuff with the entire jar here. But you can just put down the jar without putting down any of the eyes. So that's actually quite useful. Now, again, usually I would personally crouch skip this. So you're a little bit higher up. Makes everything a little bit easier. Personally. So that's that. Again, on the way back out, you want to fade skip. And for the teeth, that's the only space level I really don't need to crouch skip for, because there's nothing really high up. But fade skip is still going to happen, just without crouching. Now, you best grab one of these. Get this. This time, actually, it's there, but this is really hard to not kill him with. Just saying, usually. And it's really hard to not knock these out of everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. You can use the drill. I personally didn't use it on my best time, I think. But yeah, essentially, again, the same thing. The only RNG in the game are the teeth. Yeah. And that would be the end of the entire run. Now, that would cover all of the techniques, tricks, and skips, and glitches that I know of and I use. So, have fun running the game. I sure as heck do have fun running the game, and I'd have even more fun if more people would join join us running the game. Because currently it's just me and Armageddon who actually actively run the game on PS4. There is a PC version. I don't know if Fate Skip works on the PC version, since I don't have a Vive and I don't have the PC version. I mean, I could set up the PSVR with the PC, but as I said, I don't have the PC version of the game, so I don't know if that has the same skip. I would think it would, but I just have to have somebody confirm that. Shut up! Just have somebody confirm that in the comments down below or something. If you have the Vive version, Vive and Oculus, you can use both. The Steam version, I mean. If you have that, then you might want to try if Fate Skip is a thing. I don't know if there's as easy of a reset of your precision as holding start on PSVR. So yeah, that's just something that I'd say somebody who actually has a Vive should figure out. Yeah. Other than that, everything else should be possible on both versions. We time real time in the full run mostly because that's how stuff is right now. I mean, we could eventually do in-game time and just time our loads or something, but as of now, we didn't have that to be necessary, since we're both, Armageddon and I are both playing on a standard PS4 with standard hard drives, so we have the same loads. Also, the only other run is a PC run by the guy who originally submitted the game, but he didn't do any of the strats we do, because he did the first run ever. So, I don't know. He's also not very active on Speedrun.com anymore, so yeah, that's why we don't know anything about the Vive version having the same skips, and we don't know anything about whether we need to time our loads and do in-game time runs. I mean, we could theoretically just add up the IL times of a run, but yeah, that's just something I don't want to go into right now because, yeah. Did you ever notice that this is kinda actually John Cena? Anyway, so yeah, that's it for the tutorial. I hope you want to join us running the game, and I sure as hell would be delighted if we get more people running. Anyway, other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video of whatever I make if you're actually a subscriber of my YouTube channel. And yeah, till next time. Bye.